Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today I'll be explaining the story of Prophet Idris. Peace be upon him. Let's get started. So, Prophet Idris alayhi salam was the grandson of Prophet Shitr alayhi salam and was born 100 years after the death of Prophet Adam. He was the third prophet of Allah. Prophet Idris alayhi salam used to tell people to worship Allah and not to command sins. He was a very clear man and taught people many new skills. He taught them how to stitch clothes, measure weights, and balance and rights. Additionally, he was the first man to teach them how to make weapons for hunting defense. Prophet Idris alayhi salam lived during the time of a cruel king. The king had full control over the people and their properties. One day, the king decided to go for a walk, and on his way, he saw a beautiful garden. The garden was so attractive that the king wanted it for himself. After finding out who the garden belonged to, the king ordered that the owner be bought to him. When the owner came, the king told the owner to hand over the garden. The owner, who was pious and God-fearing man, replied that the garden supported his family and he would not hand it over. This made the king very angry. So he told the owner that he would buy the garden. The owner still refused. The king returned to his palace very upset. The king's wife was also a cruel person. So she heard what had happened. She advised the king to call a few of his friends and tell them to lie in the court that the owner of the garden was plotting against the king. So basically, so far the king, which is very cruel, during Prophet Idris, peace be upon him, during his time, he took for a walk and he wanted the garden to himself because it was very beautiful, and he told and his wife and he asked the owner if he could have it, and he said no. So basically, the wife heard what happened, and she invited a few of his friends to lie to the court about like the man was against the king. So let's continue and see what happened next. The king decided to follow his wife's advice. The next day, the owner was called to court and was accused of plotting against the king, basically being against him. Even though the owner swore that he was innocent, the king did not decide to kill him instead. Oh wait, hold on. The owner basically swore that he wasn't innocent at all. But the king did not listen to him, and the king decided basically to kill him. And then the king took the owner's garden for himself. This made the owner's wife and children very unhappy. So he basically made the owner was that the owner of the garden, his wife and kids, were just very, very unhappy. So Allah sees and hears everything. Their murder by greeting king displeased Allah, and so he commanded Prophet Idris alayhi salam to go to Triant, the king, and tell him that in addition to killing a very pious man, he also left the man's family in pennies. So, Triant, it means a cruel and oppressive ruler. So the king is a tyrant because he's a cruel and oppressive ruler. And basically, the king just left the family pennies. So Prophet Idris was commanded to tell the king that Allah would punish by the king by taking his kingdom and causing his wife flesh to get eaten by dogs. Prophet Idris salam brought the message of Allah to the king. The king was very angry and drove Prophet Idris salam away. The king got very, very angry at and drove Prophet Idris away from the palace. Just took him away. The queen overheard this and decided to send some men to kill Prophet Idris. Since his life was now in danger, Prophet Idris left the town and hid in a cave. Though the help of Allah and angels used to provide Prophet Idris with sustenance every day. Sustenance means food, drink, that is source of strength basically, or to survive. Prophet Idris prayed to Allah not to sell any blessings to the town because of this king's action. Prophet Idris' prayers were soon answered by Allah. The kingdom was overthrown. The king and the queen died of shameful death. The kingdom was passed on to yet another cruel king. 20 years passed after the disappearance of Prophet Idris. During this time, not a drop of rain fell on town, and the people suffered terribly. There was neither food, crops, nor gardens, and the ground was all dry. All these hardships and misfortunes made people wonder what could have caused them. They began to realize that their troubles were due to the curse of Prophet Idris. So they prayed immediately to Allah to forgive them for their sins and send them His mercy and blessings. Immediately, Allah accepted their prayers and sent down Prophet Idris. Back to the town, people came to Prophet Idris and promised that they would obey him and worship Allah. As a result, Prophet Idris prayed to Allah, and it began to pour. Prophet Idris salam guided his people on the right path for many years. He was one prophet who had the respect and love of Allah, His people. Finally, Allah raised him to the heavens, where he still lives today. And now, we can all learn from these actions, because you should always not be mean to anybody, and if they don't want to give you anything, don't basically force them to give it to you. And I did not put a slide for the question and answers. Forgot to do that, but that's okay. We can just do the question and answers. So basically, you can either just take a piece of paper, or you can just use it inside your mind. So the first question is true and false. So Prophet Idris was the great grandson of Prophet Shudah. And true or false? The owner of the garden was a very bad man. True or false? Prophet Idris hid inside a cave. True or false? Prophet Idris was one prophet who had respect and love of his people. True or false? So, what skills did Prophet Idris teach his people? A. He taught them how to write and make weapons for hunting and defense. B. He taught them how to read the Noble Quran. He taught them how to sing. C. Who owned the garden? A. The king. B. Prophet Idris. C. A pious man. How was the town saved? A. The people called in another prophet to pray for them. B. The people moved to another town. And C, the people prayed to Allah to down send them his mercies and blessings. Where is Prophet Idris today? A, in his grave. B, alive in heaven. Or C, alive in earth or on earth. Now, I will tell the answers. So, if you want me to stop giving you the answers and you can research about it, please put it in the comments. And if you just want me to tell the answers at the end, I will do that. So, let's do that. I'm going to do it for this one, and then if you want me to just not tell you and you can research it, then put it down in the comments and I won't do it ever again. And now, okay, so Prophet Idris was the great grandson of Prophet Shaddad alayhi salam. True. The owner of the garden was very bad man. False. Prophet Idris hid inside a cave. True. Prophet Idris was the one prophet who had respect and love of all his people. So for this one, I've accidentally put true, but actually it's false because every single prophet gave respect and love to all his people, including Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay, so what skills did Prophet Idris teach his people? A, he taught them how to write and make weapons for hunting defense. Who owned the garden? A pious man. C. How was the town saved? The C. The people prayed to Allah and send them his miracles and blessings. 8. Where is Prophet Idris alayhi salam, peace be upon him, today? B. Alive in heaven. Now, I don't even know why I'm saying peace be upon him, because he's in heaven. Some of the prophets are in heaven, even Imam Mahdi alayhi salam. Okay, now if you want me to do anything, put it right down in the comics. And thank you guys for listening, and hope this really benefited you guys.